Well, hello everybody. This is my thought for today, and it's Sunday, and I've just been listening to the service that Sharon and Stephen did, and I was struck again about his invitation to us to sing. As you probably know, I'm a singer, and I love to help other people to find their voices, and I want to just share a few thoughts with you about why that is so important. When we sing, we use every part of ourselves. We use our mind, our memory. We use our mouth, our lips, our tongue, all the resonators of our face and head. We use our breath. We use our posture, the whole of our frame. We use our will, because we don't have to sing, so we employ our will. We use our emotions when we sing, so we can sing a sad song and connect with the emotion of that. We can sing a happy song and connect with the emotion of that. Every part of us is in the sound that only we can make. I want you to just look at your fingerprint for a moment. No one has a fingerprint like you. Even if you were one of a set of identical twins, your fingerprints would not be completely identical. In the same way that your DNA wouldn't be completely identical. For you and I are fearfully, wonderfully made, and we are unique, and we're designed to make the sound that only we can make. Now in the Bible, in Zephaniah 3, and it's 14, the prophet Zephaniah is saying, "Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout aloud, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all your heart, O daughter of Jerusalem." And then he goes on to say why. "The Lord has taken away your punishment. He has turned back your enemy. The Lord, the King of Israel, is with you. Never again will you fear any harm." So he's saying we sing about who God is and what he's done. Now, when I look at my Bible, it hasn't got in brackets, but only sing if you're in the worship group or in a choir, or if you can sing grade 8, or you've recently decided not to go as a finalist on the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent because you haven't got time. No, it just says sing. It doesn't qualify that singing with any standard at all. It just says sing. So you might be sitting there thinking, oh, no, I'll leave it up to the experts to do. I can't sing. And it's highly likely that you've been told, because 1 in 4 people in the workshops that I do and the retreats that I hold have been told by somebody in some sort of authority in your life as a young person that you can't sing and shouldn't sing. I've met people who have been the only people who have not been allowed to sing in the church choir or in the school choir. And because your whole identity is in the sound that only you can make, that can be quite a damaging thing to hear. So right now, I want you to just think about, has that been spoken over my life? Have I said that to myself? Have I compared myself to others and think, no, I'm not good enough, I can't, I'll leave it up to somebody else? Well, I want to say to you that if you don't sing, you're missing out, and also God is, because he's designed for you to make the sound that only you can make. When Jonathan, my eldest son, was born, he was placed in the nursery between feeding times, and when it came to feeding times, you could hear all the babies screaming. And yet I could hear his voice. I knew where Jonathan was, not because he was louder, but because I could identify his sound out of all those others. And actually God identifies your sound out of all the other sounds, out of all the other voices. He's waiting for your contribution. But what do we sing? Well, if you go on in Zephaniah, that's 3, and again it's verse 17, which I'm sure you're really familiar with. The Lord your God is with you. He is mighty to save. He will take great delight in you. He will quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with singing. God is singing his song over you. He's singing his song over me. He's singing his song to the world. I don't know what you're tuning into at the moment, but it's quite difficult to avoid a lot of noise that isn't of God. And that can distract, and it can depress, and it can dismay us and discourage us. So when we finish this thought for the day, I just want you to be quiet and listen to the song that he's singing to you.